What is up, guys? It is the Analytics Den, and man, I am just so impressed with this preseason game. I know we didn't get the dub, but I really just do not care that we didn't get the dub. I mean, oh wait, I should probably make sure you guys can hear me first. I don't know if you guys are probably gonna be on right now, but I decided I might as well do the live real quick. It's a bit quicker for me to do that than the video. Let's see. Yep, I can hear myself. Let's go. Alright, so I got a little bit of observations. First off, let's start with the first team. Tyrell Williams and Jared Goff's connection is just absolutely fantastic. Tyrell Williams caught 2 footballs for 30 yards. And he would have had a third one had Levi Wallace not pushed Tyrell Williams before he caught the ball, leading to a Jared Goff touchdown. Jared Goff looked sharp today on maybe one throw. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a really nice cut on one throw and would have had another catch had there not been a penalty, a 13-yard catch. So Amon-Ra St. Brown had himself a pretty decent day. Now, the bad things that happened, Big V kind of set up Penei Sewell to fail versus Gregory Rousseau, I believe, got the sack. And that led to Sewell allowing a sack after there was no room for blocking, I guess, or Goff to adjust to move. Either way, I still think Sewell could have made a better block, but other than that, Sewell, I think, played pretty well. The rest of the line seemed to play solid as well. Now, granted, the one thing I was not impressed with was the run blocking by the first team. Jamal Williams only had 1.4 yards per carry. Not impressive at all. I don't know how much of that was Jamal or how much of that was the old line, but I still feel like that kind of goes on both parties. I was not impressed with either. It was kind of disappointing, but other than that, what a good day for the first team. Darren Fells even had himself a good 9-yard catch. I was just really impressed. Goff was, I think, 5 for 7? It was just a really good day for the Detroit Lions. I don't know how you couldn't be satisfied with this unless you didn't get the win, but just for those people that are complaining about us not getting the win or whatever, we were 4-0 in 2008 when we went out 16 in the preseason. The Cleveland Browns are 4-0 in their perfect season as well. Now, here, I'm going to bring up the little box scores real quick for Detroit. Add them into the little live. So I do have a disclaimer. I didn't get to watch most of this live at all because I was on the road. I kind of watched it live via Game Summary on ESPN, but I could not watch it actually. But here it is. So, Jared Goff was 7 for 9 for 56 yards. And if we click on Jared Goff, here is official numbers. He had 6.2 yards per throw and a 92.6 quarterback rating. Pretty solid for a preseason game. They really didn't do anything special. They didn't really open up the offense. Overall, I am still really, really impressed. Now, for the second team, Tim Boyle was so bad today. Tim Boyle had himself, I believe it was 2 yards per throw. It was 2.5 yards per throw, and he only had a 53.3% completion percentage. He was bad. So ridiculously bad. I don't even understand. He couldn't even complete anything past the 1-yard line. I think he had one throw that went past the 5-yard line. That was actually completed. He had a 59.0 quarterback rating. He was dreadful. This is some of the worst quarterback play I've seen from a Lions QB in some times. I know it's only the preseason, the first game, but out of the first game judgment, this is pretty bad, especially because he was completely outshined by a player I'm going to talk about later. Now, another player I do think that really disappointed was Victor Bolden. Victor Bolden had himself a drop and a muffed punt. He was awful. Nothing impressive about him, and I don't think we're going to see too much more of him. And considering the fact he didn't get any good punt return yards, muffed a punt, dropped a football. It proves that he was only a training camp darling. Not surprised. Now, Jerome also had himself some solid catches as well. Nothing really significant really happened with the second team other than one player, Dedrick Mills. Dedrick Mills had himself a nice 20-yard run and had himself on 35 carries, 32 yards. And he led to our first field goal. Mills was impressive, and I gotta say, he might look like someone who might provide a role. Jamar Jefferson himself also was just disappointing. Granted, I'm not going to base this game off of anything, although 4 carries for 7 yards is a bit sad, especially along the 5, but he was definitely not 100% healthy. In fact, he was on the injury report list, but he was just outshined today by Mills. Now, for the third team, now this is the offense. I'm going to move to defense later, guys. David Blau was amazing. David Blau way outperformed Boyle. I would even dare I say it, outperformed Jared Goff. Now, granted, Blau was playing against third string players. Boyle was also, had a sort of an amazing deep threat in Javon Mckinley today. And the run game was actually going well. But overall, just the biggest difference you could see between Tim Boyle and Blau was just leagues different. Blau had controlled the offense. The offense just played entirely better. Run game, pass game, everything played better under Blau. Blau had himself 5 of 6 passes completed for 76 yards for 12.7 yards per throw. And his only incompletion happened was because he threw the ball away. That's impressive, man. That is impressive. He had an 83.3 completion percentage and a 118 quarterback rating. That is a good and impressive game. I really, really, really love that. Now, the player who also showed up today was Chase freaking, or was Craig Reynolds? Is that his name? Is it Chase or Craig? It's Craig Reynolds. This guy popped off. He had 8.2 yards per carry and a touchdown. He scored our only touchdown in the game. He was just good. I believe he had multiple 20 yards per carry plays. He had a 20-yard run and a 24-yard run. So he was just explosive today for the Lions. Someone who I really think, if he continues to play this well, could make the team. Who even knows? Maybe it's just, I'm just so impressed. Now, another player that really, really, really impressed me was Javon Mckinley. 2 catches for 40 yards. That's 20 yards per catch. That is fantastic. If he does this every game, I want him on the active roster so bad. That's impressive. Especially since he had such little time to even play. That's a good game. He did what Khalif Rain and Victor Bolden couldn't do, beat deep threats. That is good, and I will continue wanting to see that. It was a 35-yard bomb that he caught. A 35 bomb. Like that. Love to see that. Now, one more thing that I really like to talk about now is the defense. So I don't really remember all that happened, but Kevin Strong played great. 6 tackles and a forced fumble. That's a great game. Like, even a tackle for loss. That is just fantastic. Anthony Pittman had himself a good day too. Bruce Hector had a good game. 4 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss. DeMarlo had himself a good game. 3 tackles. Jason Cornell had himself a good game. 3 tackles. Bruno Cuora had himself a good game. According to I think it was NFL Insiders, Junior Gore had 5 pressures and 1 sack. That's a dang good game. Where's yet 3 tackles. is a great game. I really don't even know how to explain that to you. Even that tackle for loss. Great game from him. Great game. Derek Barnes, he single-handedly ended drive. Single-handedly ended a drive. He had a big tackle, and then he had pressure that forced the quarterback to throw the ball away. Our players played good. How exciting is that? Especially some of the players that just came out of nowhere. I am so excited to see what the Lions do. And personally, I think you guys should be excited. Don't look at that scoreboard. For one, it's a 1 point difference, and we tried to go for an extra 2 point conversion just to try to be aggressive earlier. If we had an extra point, it would have been a tie. And no one wants to see an overtime preseason game. But this was a dang good game. Will Harris was good in coverage as well. Players that we need to play good played good. Most impressive, man. Like, our team played well. Fitu Melifuano even got the fumble recovery. We had 2 good running backs today. We had 3 good receivers today. And 2 good quarterbacks play today. Our offense didn't play too shabby. Really, if it hadn't been for Tim Boyle's dreadful performance, we easily would have won that game. This is really exciting stuff, guys. Really, really exciting stuff. Like, this is good stuff. I mean, even at least Mac had a catch. Sure, it's 1 catch for 1 yard, but at least he had a catch. Like, I'm just so pumped. But I don't know. Like, I can't. I don't really know what to tell you all. But what up, Warrior? Good to have you there. Welcome to the live, man. This was just such a good game. And this is only the preseason, so like literally don't care about the scoreboard, but this was a game that showed promise that we didn't see earlier. This is good stuff that we need to continue to see. And we can see players continue to develop and get better. Now, I've made a list of players who perform good and players who perform bad and players who performed okay. Players that perform good: Julian Okwara, Derek Barnes, Kevin Strong, Javon McKinley, Tyra Williams, David Blau, Craig Reynolds, Dedrick Mills, and Jared Goff. Players that played okay: Penei Sewell, Anthony Pittman, Ifitu Melifuanu, Will Harris, Dean Marlowe. And yeah, that's about my list for the okays. And players that played bad: Tim Boyle, Victor Bolden, Logan Stenberg, Tony McRae. Those players were dreadfully bad, and I would not be surprised if they get cut at the preseason at all. In fact, I think they will. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a more in-depth video when I get back home Saturday. All that happened, I'm going to watch some more of the film, more of the highlights, watch more and digest, analyze, talk maybe with Rams House more, what he saw more because he watched the game live. Just analyze the frick out of everything, excite myself over it, continue to think, okay, what do they need to improve on as well? I'm just really pumped. I think by preseason week 2, by the way, after that game, I'm going to make roster predictions and then another season prediction video. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the live. I really like what everyone saw, what they did. I love the positivity I saw from the rest of the chat. Just do not care about the preseason score, guys. Do not care about it. It's a preseason. We went 4-0 in 2008 in the preseason. And you know what? We all know what happened. The Browns themselves even did that when they went 0-16. So, all right. So, I'll see you guys later. Continue to stay awesome, and bye.